true.
Alright.
I just got more contacts too. I switched to the 1 day, like, contacts.
Like as in they're only good for 1 day? Or...
Yeah.
That sounds expensive.
Actually, it didn't cost me a pretty penny because we have not bad vision insurance. So, that's nice. They gave me a whole buttload, and they're good because I don't wear contacts often anyway.
You know who probably wears contacts? The judge. You know who remembers what happened last time? Probably not the judge, but I bet Diva does.
Oh, sure. So, yep.
We're in the middle of a trial. I didn't remember that.
We're
I thought we were
in the middle of a trial. We met, did that happen last session or the session before? That we finally met the guy that everyone thought looked like us, but doesn't really look like us. And trying to see how someone could have poisoned the guy without anyone seeing. Yeah.
I think we did.
I'm sure it'll come to us.
Last session. Oh, I actually do remember now we ended it because I was probably tired for one, but also it's going to be the judge and I think the other old guy whose name we might not know or might have learned. And I was like, I don't think I could do the two old men yelling at each other at the time.
Oh yeah, we know his name.
It
was like,
I think this guy's coming up, so we're gonna do that. And I'll probably die, or I will definitely just completely go off the rails. Not that I'm ever on the rails, but you know, the judge who is whatever the hell I've made him, and then this guy. It's gonna be great.
Good luck. Have fun.
Yep. You ready? You ready for this? Anything else you want to recap? Any famous last words before I destroy more of your precious childhood games?
Nope. I've made my bed and I'm gonna lay in it. Literally.
I've already lowered the enjoyment of them so much. What more damage could I do?
You can't hurt me. Nothing can hurt me. I have lived through this ship becoming not canon, except that they are because they have wedding rings. Nothing can hurt me now.
Alright. I think he said, it's time to reconvene the trial for Magic Barrett. I don't remember where I am. Mr. Cadell, your next witness, please. It's time for Bane. You really adopted the darkness. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who got the show over a cup of coffee. Would the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. For example, my name is Joe. My occupation is courtroom's reckoning. Yeah, he's making it. I haven't seen any movies that have come out in the past 3 years. That movie is so much older than 3 years. I don't know why I went there. The name is Victor Cadell.
I thought you were referring to like the game's like set time.
Maybe I should have. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know when this game came out. I always forget. But I don't forget my name. The name is Victor Cadell, born and bred in the land of the rising sun.
Oh, so California.
Exactly. Honor and duty would make me, mind you. I can be quite emotional at times too. I know they say that grown men don't cry, but here I am. Look at my stuffy red nose.
We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
You support the toxic masculinity stereotype archetype, don't you, young man? Saying that an old man like me can't feel emotions? How dare you? He was suddenly like, why did I say I wanted to play this again?
No, I was totally. I had a joke on the tip of my tongue, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. Like the toxic masculinity. I was like, dude, I'm literally gay. Like.
I know exactly. It was like the easiest. Like Phoenix, the least toxic.
I know.
Toxic.
I know. I was.
That there is.
I was like, it's
just
such
too
low
easy.
hanging fruit.
Yeah.
I was such low hanging fruit. I had to talk myself out of it.
I set it up for you, but you're like, please, this is a peasant joke, and I'm above this. My occupation.
For sure.
Listen, youngin, don't you know, brother? How much call do you think there is for a kimono embroidery here?
How did I forget how vocal can you sound?
I think I've changed it since then. The first day when I was doing like real Hulk Hogan, after I went to bed, I was like, oh my god, my throat hurts so much. I didn't realize it. But like as I was lying in bed, I was like, I probably can't do that anymore, or at least not the way that I was, because my throat hurt a lot afterward. So I'm gonna try and do it, but it's gonna be less like, ooh, brother, like less gravelly, because my throat will be upset at me.
If you must.
Yeah.
Come on, no embroidery. That's pretty.
It's what I do, or did, back in Nippon. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. But now that I'm here in the land of the free, you have Chinatown, and I find it insulting. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Okay, how was this? What was the original line? Like,
That is a good question.
maybe he's Chinese? No, because kimonos are only Japanese, aren't they?
Yeah. Or, yeah?
I don't think that...
Could be another thing they borrowed and renamed, like they did with a lot of other things.
Did kimonos originate? Excuse me. Oh, it is from China originally. Wait, no. The Japanese word kimono derived from the garments worn in China during the Wu Dynasty. So, the word? So it's probably not an exact
Well,
comparison.
it's another thing they borrowed and renamed.
I guess,
Sounds-
yeah. So, I guess he could have been Chinese originally. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I said this. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. And also, he's old. He's gonna be dying soon. Hey, maybe you could embroider my costume sometime. I kinda want like a superhero emblem on it, you know? Anyway.
A Wonder Woman on the ass.
Yeah, wow, Dad, you do know what I'm about. Sometimes I wonder if you even know me.
I do. I love you so much, Maya.
Yeah, funny ways of showing it. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. Okay, your customer service in this country is a joke.
Yeah, that burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Except the kitchen is more physically demanding, and old people can't take it. Sometimes. Now then, witness, where were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Yes. I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javakino. Seeds? What do you think these are? Okay, I see. I would advise you watch your tone with me, young man. I have eaten more bread than you have pieces of rice, I assure you. So, you saw everything that happened, Grandpa. You're both ancient to me, I know nothing. That's not the right, that's almost Edward's voice. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in my phone. Multitasking, and I can't keep the voices straight. So, you saw everything that happened, Grandpa.
Imagine trying to keep Edward's voice straight.
Straight, yes, me. I like women with reservedness. Oh, did I? Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all. They don't exactly hide a lot of things in that cafe, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, then please tell the court. We're all ears about these scandalous women you stalk. Sure. I'll tell you every last detail of the whores.
Oh my god, he just called them whores in front of God and everyone. Getting into this. My daughter was one of those people.
The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl, if you can even call her that, brought him a Giavacino, and she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. Oh, that's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. I used to stare at her for hours on end.
The court would like. I don't know. I would like to make note of that to the court. He said here.
Mr. Cadeau, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. You're as bad as the rest of them. To think you've changed in all these years. Oh, these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones? Showgirls, strippers, the escorts to prostitutes. I just can't keep up with the times. Newfangled. 1 second. Where did all these things come from? I was sitting fine, and now I'm like, I have too much stuff by me, and it wasn't bothering me until right now. I don't know why I'm suddenly moving so much. I guess I am drinking coffee. Maybe it's getting to me quicker than it usually does.
That does sound like a possibility.
Newfangled. All of this talk of radios, glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Wait a second, are we closer in age than I originally thought? Excuse me, wait a minute. It couldn't possibly be. Listen to me, everyone. This judge isn't the only entity in this courtroom. Oh my goodness. Phoenix, do you know who this is?
I am finding God throughout this entire experience.
Exactly. He's the embodiment of lust. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. I can't believe how far all of humanity has fallen. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Keep in mind, this man is a deity as old as time itself, just like me. He's changed over the years. Yes, back in my... Remember when I was once visualized as a hot young woman? Look at what they've turned me into now. The embodiment of lust, some pervy old man. I just broke something. Keep all this in mind, Phoenix. You have to continue with this gag.
I'm not in the right state of mind.
I told you. You're operating at less than 100% with your eyes, and I'm drinking coffee. I told you this would happen.
You did.
You were warned.
Oh, you did. Okay. Yes, Your Honor, don't mind the liquid coming out of my face. They're just tears that I sucked back up to my skin.
Yeah, this is all stuff that we're gonna get to.
Alright, Mr. Embodiment of Lust, was it? You saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenelg?
I wanted to know if Guts and Braun retained his championship or not.
Oh my gosh, of course that's his name. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? Not the victim himself.
You kidding me? The embodiment of lust? Looking at some middle-aged man? I think not. 28, yeah. Middle-aged. It's fine.
And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right?
So what if there are?
If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct?
I go to that place to drink Giavacino, brother. I don't go to sit. I don't remember what table I was sitting at. Do you have any idea how much knowledge is stored in this internal noggin of mine?
There were like 4 tables. and you go there to eye the waitress, which is also happens to be the witness.
It's not my fault, it's society. You've turned me into this.
I object because that's bullshit. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
I'm sure about society. Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I.
Okay, I'm not crazy, right? That was incorrect. Did he say he crossed? Okay, yep, I see. He dots T's and crosses I's, right? That's what you said?
I might have. Now I'm second guessing. I'm pretty sure I read it,
okay.
Whatever it was. It might have been intentional.
No, I wanted to. I think it was intentionally wrong. But it was the fact that they just didn't comment on it. Yeah. I think that's what it was supposed to be funny.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I can look at women with my bare irises. Yep.
I believe him. I believe him.
And I saw what that servant girl put into the Javachino as well.
Stop calling them servants. I bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not gonna like it.
But we have to do it anyway.
Your Honor. We need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony.
Well, the embodiment of lust does have a deep understanding of all sorts of aphrodisiacs and spiking drinks. Oh, it happens more often than you'd think with people in love, or so they claim. So I agree. Witness, share your deep, intense knowledge of drugs with us, please. Brother, when you put it like that, I can't deny it. I do know lots about spiking drinks.
Oh, God. This transcript's gonna be insane. Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy? Should've got a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. Not only boys spike drinks, you know.
Okay, but couldn't she have been adding sugar or something?
Sugar in a small brown bottle like that.
There's brown sugar?
I am more interested in the bottle. Could you please describe it in more concrete terms? A bottle like this, perhaps? There it is. Oh, that's the one. Why, that's not. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So, what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you, Phoenix Wright? You can't see it, but I'm making a kissy face at you.
I can see your lips. It's only your eyes that I can't see. He took just one sip?
Oh, you youngins, you waste everything. I see all the times that you...
He died!
Back in my day when our drinks were poisoned, we would get down the entire bottle. Those Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would drink every last drop, eat the cup, and... Oh my god, he literally, oh my fucking god, it's just too easy. It's just too easy. I could do this entire courtroom. I could just ad-lib the entire theme, and it would be like 80% accurate, I bet you.
We wrote this.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
We would have drink every last drop, eat in the paper cup, and then died like decent folk.
Congratulations, you have earned the title of baddest man at Grace a courtroom.
Back in my day, OSHA wasn't a thing. We just took hits on the head from steel beams dropped from 8 stories high, and we didn't complain about it. Oh, so those weren't an immediate death, then? How interesting that our skull seems to have softened. Anyway, with potassium cyanide, it is possible that that is always instant. Yes. He slumped over without so much as a twitch. Pathetic. I felt the Javicino I just drank turn sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. I have 87 different brands of coffee. Well, and the waitress, I presume she is...
Alright, you said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by, or just the waitress outfit?
Particular features? Oh, it's a disgrace, that's what it is. All my memories have only the prettiest women I've ever looked at upon them. It is my curse as the embodiment of lust.
Huh?
You can see all the way up to her. You know. She's practically naked in that uniform. Oh, man. I'm getting worked up just thinking about it.
I rest my case. I think I don't need to.
Phoenix, what do you want from him? It is literally his duty in the universe to be like this.
I know, which is why I'm letting the court see for themselves how pointless it is. That the only particular feature he can recognize is her outfit.
More like lack of an outfit. Oh? Maybe
Game,
Phoenix?
don't threaten me with a good time. Okay, but anyone could wear just such a uniform. Even me, I feel like an uniform is not the correct. Well, it doesn't feel.
No, I think you're right.
Right.
Anyone could wear such a uniform. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Unless it's
I know you use a
uniform,
vowel and all.
Like onion, you know. Uniform. Maybe that would be an uniform.
I think you mean union.
No, I know what someone smarter than me said onion.
Oh, good times. Alright.
Yeah, anyone can wear such a uniform. And to prove it, Phoenix is now going to undress and put on the maid outfit in front of everybody.
I sure am. I'm sorry. What did I agree to?
Oh, well, now this is an interesting development. I second this notion to have the defense undress and put on the maid outfit. Mr. Wright! Oh my god, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from such an image. I don't care that you and Godot are flirting in front of all of us. Goodness, you are made out of disgusting. Yeah,
alright.
God, Nick, don't get all excited. You gotta keep yourself together. Just because you're jealous of how good I looked in it doesn't mean that you gotta wear it too. Stop trying to take everything from me.
Okay, I'm sorry for trying to build up my own confidence, too. I guess I'm just not allowed.
Nick, you already have your harem. What more confidence do you need?
The harem I don't want!
Oh god, it must be so hard being you. Oh, boo-hoo, Phoenix Wright and all this damn cordon that he's got, all this... whatever the fucking word is. You know what I'm saying? It must be so hard having all these people fawning over you.
Oh yeah, poor, go me with my absentee husband
Oh,
and my disrespectful daughters.
That his husband ain't sticking around for him.
That has never been out of question. In question. Whatever. He's gone. I know this. I cry myself to sleep every night thinking about it. You heard? I know you hear the sobs. This is a small office.
I don't know, sometimes I get confused with my own. When are we gonna get a house, okay. Nick? We need space. Why do we have to live in the office?
But we make more money. We're getting carried away here. We're getting carried away. This is not the time, Maya, to talk about our financial and familial problems.
Maggie Bird's being like, you know what? I think I'll just take the defense that was in here last time. It immediately got me convicted. This is somehow gonna make it worse.
Oh, yeah.
There are other things I recognize about her, too.
You know, yeah, just let him talk about her breast size next.
There are 3 sizes. Let me just access my database and my photographic memory about women.
God, since you saw a waitress take the coffee over the victim. Oh, sure, you saw whatever. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Oh, quite right. Mr. Cadeau, these are the features that you recognize about the defendant. I would ask you to add them to your testimony. I say this, of course, completely logical and in need of accurate court things and not just to hear the embodiment of lust describe a pretty young woman. Oh, I understand you, brother. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose, like her. Ooh, what do you think of the old... Do you think that was really old Maggie? Do you think that old CD really saw Maggie do it?
No. I mean, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there, but...
But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. Phoenix, has your daughter been listening at all?
I guess she has. She makes a good point, though.
Hey, did I just say something clever?
Yeah, don't get too excited. I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie.
Well, that's what we have to figure out, Nick. Okay. Let's actually press on that. Apron straps are loose. How lewd.
Yeah, that sounds pretty lewd, my guy. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face.
As if I wouldn't remember that. Objection! Why, the witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. Oh, that's
Famous last words, Dodo.
I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow.
Ask about her back, obviously. Could you see them shoulder blades? I think that's a joke, but okay.
The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back.
Yes, that's where the important things are, like the butt. So, what are you getting at?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection! Ha! Oh, he's got you there, Gramps. Why am I agreeing with him?
They got... Thanks. Good know. Anyway.
You can thank me later.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. Get along, Gramps, please. But this testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons.
Well, to be fair, when I describe you to our wedding planner, I mostly talk about your spiky hair.
What the fuck? Wedding planner?
This is harassment! Why are you two talking about marriage and flirting right in front of me? The embodiment of lust does not condone this same-sex tension here. Yeah, I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Cadeau, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony. The front has nice things too, like the belly button. Oh, sure, that's a fetish, I'm aware. Tummies have really made it big in these recent years, huh? This old man's something else.
That was the perfect face to have after that comment.
I mean, it's just getting longer and longer.
Yeah, and if I can't find a hole like a belly button in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet.
It's like we're getting long in each other's holes looking at you two.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, Felix is not wrong now, is he?
Stop it.
There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. A real plain Jane, girl next door type, and you know, that just doesn't do it for me.
He wears glasses. Like, you didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes.
No question about it, brother. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Cadeau never backs down.
That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay.
This has turned into a matter of pride for old Cedar now, I guess.
Yeah, it's a problem.
I wonder if I really did see Majay's face or not.
Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front.
Do you think old Cedar really saw Majay do it? This is okay. Hey, this is something clever again. God, I'm getting so smart. Okay, so what do we have?
Oh, yeah, we...
Let's try this class one.
Oh! Didn't she have, like, a large stain on her? Like a ketchup stain or something? She mentioned...
Nothing.
It was her outfit. She had, like, a large stain on it. Or it was, like, yeah.
Or am I getting down? But this would be on the front. Well, he did say he saw the front.
No, that's proof that he didn't know, is because he would have noticed, like, that at least.
Her apron straps were loose. There wasn't anything that caught my interest. Yeah, you're right.
Yay.
Look at you remembering.
I may be slow, but I still got it. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
Oh, that filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. I can't believe you're dispersing your fluids onto this right in front of the courtroom. It reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. He's about your age. 7.
Oh, keep it together, Phoenix. You're already on a roll. You can do this. Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. You think I'd forget something as dirty as that? The only kind of dirty things I like are sexual ones, not physically filthy. You half-witted clut. I can suplex you, you know. What? What is it? Oh, ever since I said you half-witted clut, there's been a nearest silence in here. That can't be a slur. Good, things change too fast.
Take out the authority. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. What was that you called me, a half-witted clot? And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before. Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front.
Oops. T-Barrow. Witness! You cannot just T-Barrow your way out of this! Well, looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. It's time for my first sip of coffee.
Again, I cannot believe he's praising me. This is really weird. I almost miss the insults.
So you like it rough, do you, Phoenix?
Stop it.
Listen, Wright. Here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maget Beard. Why, precisely. You wouldn't have one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup. This old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation. Lust. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. Oh, you can rely on me, brother. My nug is in perfect working order. I don't care how many times I've been smacked into the ground. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. You can't remember? Probably more like he's messed up so many times he's blocking it out. His head's too full of all the women he's been staring at the whole time. Kinda like you, Nick.
Me and staring at women do not compute, Maya.
Oh,
At least not any time recently.
Yeah, I don't know. You're kind of hard to pin down like that. You seem very inconsistent. Okay, let's just test out how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Cadeau. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Everything. Great detail. You used to have such a way with words when describing girls.
Judge is thirsty on Maine.
Listen, once upon a time he was a girl, so it was less weird back then. This isn't even a girl I describe. God, I hate doing this. He was another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. Does anyone know how to turn a book quietly these days? Oh, the young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the servant brought over the Javicino. Oh, that girl right there, the one less than. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. It went like this. Very immersive.
Yeah. I think it didn't pick up on it, but I believe you.
Oh my goodness, how dare I gotta do an even more obnoxiously loud sip. Outrageous. Alright, the testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Very surprising that the embodiment of lust recognizes a man so vividly. Oh, yes, it's because I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. How are we gonna handle this, Nick?
We could accuse him of having to be gay, or we only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot.
Strip him up, you mean? Ain't that kind of cruel? I mean, we know that you're not exactly great as a person, but, like, taking advantage of the elderly, Nick, that's kind of a new low even for you.
Okay, but hear me out. Look at him. Look at the things he was spouting. He keeps calling waitresses, minimum wage workers, servants. There are good old people. And then there's this guy.
And I mean, you heard the judge. It's just his function in the universe, Nick. It's not his fault he was born as the embodiment of lust.
Well, he would still be a good person. Spectacles.
Dark glasses, too. One of the lenses was green, but the other one was broken. Said something about power levels. No, failed rubbish. That's why I remembered him so well. Because I hate him.
He did have some kind of friends with his left eye.
Diva, you better not be getting comfortable.
No! Listen, I put it in my case so that I could.
Okay.
I
heard some shuffling about, and I was like, I swear to God, if she's trying to lay down right now, this old man is gonna lose it.
No, I put the right one in my case so that I could lay on my right side. and have it not be muffled. You can still hear me in the left one, right?
Sounds like you're trying to get comfortable. You're pushing
You
your
can
luck.
hear me in my left
I
earbud,
can
right?
hear you right now. Who knows how long it's gonna last, though.
No, I won't lay on my left side. I'll lay on my right side.
So she
You can't
says.
say shit. No. I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses.
He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take him to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance.
I'm calling him Nappa, if he does.
Better come up with something sharp and quick, Nick, or else you're gonna lose Godot to the judge.
I can lose him. I can definitely stand to lose him. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles, or to I don't know, saying battle. The newspaper was a sports paper, wasn't?
Oh, that young hooligan! I nearly asked him, can you even read without fidgeting? He was bouncing his knees around, looking around like he was suspicious and fidgety. How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that rustling going on? Doesn't he know that old folks like me like to piggyback off others? I needed to find out if Custom Braun retained his championship title. Oh, brother, back when I was in the ring, he would have never stood a chance against me.
Okay, but it was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own? Also, you don't know, he could have had ADHD. He's fidgeting. Ow.
Oh, Custom Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. I can't believe I bet our profits from the last case on that. That's for sure. Anyway.
I'm sorry, what? Hold it, Maya. What was that?
Listen, Nick, you know I'm the CEO, okay? I made an executive decision. I was pretty sure it was the only way we were going to get back in the green. But we were in the red again. Just further down, we were always in the red. It's fine. Listen, you got us into this, but I'll get us out somehow. It's my job as the boss.
Yeah, I'm changing all the account passwords again. Alright, the wireless.
Oh, the decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless.
Oh boy.
And using an earpiece, it's selfish, that's what it is. Back in my day, we walked down the streets with the boombox blaring. Oh, I used to kick it so bad all the girls' panties would drop. But only once we were behind closed doors. I strained my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Those were one of them no-leakage headphones.
Was he that desperate to listen to the radio?
Why are you looking at me like that for? How do you feel sorry for me?
Ow. Ow. You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right?
I mean the whore with the fat ass. You were one of those.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you never let anything go, is that right? Just because I call her a bunch of names and objectify her, suddenly you think it's okay to attack me?
Oh,
The game takes my low-hanging fruit, even if you don't.
Maybe.
What does it matter if I saw it from the front or from behind? My eyes don't lie, it's all the same.
Oh, I better not push it until I've got some more hard evidence. His free hand?
Miss.
Which hand was that?
Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, did I not? And his free hand was in his right hand, then which was it, you moron?
Ow. Ow.
I cannot wait till I pin him on the bed and start abusing him from up shop. Or perhaps the great Mr. Wright has three hands. I'm sure his dick is probably long enough.
Alright, yeesh. There's no subtlety in that sentence at all. I was only asking who need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak or be a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing.
That's new.
That this old guy's... oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Wasn't it that he did it before when he was tossing them in his mouth?
Oh, I might have forgotten.
That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss.
I guess we're just gonna find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh?
Anything will do, even the smallest detail. You just need one mistake and he's ours.
I tell you about mistakes, Mr. Godot, thinking that Phoenix Wright is hung. He's the embodiment of lust. I know that he's barely below average.
Alright, excuse you. I'll have you know that.
Oh, what a surprise! His husband says he's okay with a tiny dick. Oh, the lies you can tell yourself. No wonder he's out there in the world. Trying to find someone with a bigger penis than Phoenix Wright. Classic.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
How are
Have
you
you
all
ever
doing?
joined us? I'm doing good. Have you ever joined us on one of our Phoenix Wright escapades?
No, I have not.
This is
But
not.
I know about Phoenix Wright.
This is not a good time for you to join it. I feel like
In the middle
specifically
of the
because of
fire.
me. Not anything with you. It's just I am very much off the rails right now. It'll make no sense, but it's fine.
We are both off the rails.
Yeah,
It's
but-
Phoenix Wright. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see.
I joined because I saw a clip from the live-action Cowboy Bebop, and I needed emotional support. So this is where I went.
Is that wait? Is that released already, or is it like another advertisement one?
I don't know if it was released. I was just scrolling through Twitter, and someone posted a single solitary minute, 60 Gregorian seconds of that show, and I wanted to kill everyone in my house and then myself.
Oh my goodness! What did you see? Or do you not? Can you? Is it too painful to recall?
I'll link it in Weeb shit. How about that?
Okay.
Or Weeb Speak. That's what it's called
can't.
here.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was because it was good or bad, but I do know
because
for
it
a
was
fact.
horrible.
Oh, okay. I am aware that at least the first episode is out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that.
I don't know, man.
I remember the first, like that trailer that they did with the please don't watch God. Okay. Seems like Twitter has changed its tune. I don't know if you saw like the trailer where they were doing a bunch of shit with like the aspect ratio and like kind of doing they were changing like the borders of the show to like use it as like a weapon and stuff. People seem to respond pretty positively to that, but it seems like it changed its tune.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the ideal live-action Cowboy Bebop. I mean, as a movie, it's just an episode. It's just an episode.
Right.
You know, like not like just like a long thing where they're sad at the beginning and poor and hungry, and then they do some shit, and then at the end of it, they're sad and poor and hungry. But that's enough of that. I don't know. You can watch that on your own time. I'm done watching Phoenix Wright.
I actually have not seen Cowboy Bebop, so I will probably gladly watch that blind and
Yeah.
on it for you later.
You should you should watch the live action version and then watch the anime. And then do that. And then you'll be like it's like going from like $5 wine to like I don't know, like a $8,000 bottle or some shit.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop.
That does
anime
sound
series is
fun.
real good. I'm surprised you haven't watched that yet.
I know it's one of those things that I know is a classic, and it's just been on the list forever. And I kept getting sidetracked by the newer stuff.
Fair enough.
It's worth it. Don't worry about people who get too pretentious about it. It's just like really well made. It's just really well made.
it does. I do know it has a very dedicated fan base, even after all these years. So, which is a good sign. It's just
it's valid being pretentious about it, but don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Like as far as that sort of thing goes.
I have actually seen only one clip, and it was probably one of the coolest animated fight scenes from a 90s anime that I've ever seen, which was with the broom and some chick with a gun.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was kind of the neatest thing I'd seen in a hot minute, but...
Yeah, it's super fluid throughout.
I love a woman that can actually just kill me.
Just kill me, yes. I know that meme. That's two things that I know.
A classic.
I want us to be just completely different people after the first 8 hours.
I actually had only seen heard that one segment for the longest time, and then I found the original video. I'm like, oh my god, it goes on for so much longer. That was a wake-up call.
Yeah. Oh, I love that meme. I watched Iron Mouse react to that clip for literally 30 minutes.
That sounds like Iron Mouse.
She replayed it multiple times and then replayed it at half speed and then replayed it at double speed.
I will have to find that.
Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah.
Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, Phoenix Wright, what's going on?
A lot.
Okay, wait. So you said you know the games, or
I know the first game basically the whole way through, but I don't know the rest of them. But I know the vibe.
We are on the third.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, the third of the first game?
No, sorry, the third game.
No.
The third game. Okay. Sounds good.
And we're trying to. Someone pretended to be us, and gave our client a guilty verdict. Was exposed as being a fake us, and we were granted a chance to get her not found guilty for real. And it's going
pretty bad. Yeah.
Yep. It's just going. We're trying our best, but we're on a roll though. So far, we gotta prove. What are we proving, Gabe?
He's defendant on witnesses on the stand. We're trying to prove that he's not remembering stuff correctly.
Okay.
And you're gonna be able to hear basically me do a bunch of bad voices right now, because these are all the characters that I'm doing, and Diva's Phoenix Wright, and that's the only one she's voicing right now. So this will be fun for you, probably.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
This is how it turned out.
Novels with my friends too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory?
I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Well, I can't tell us where this is going, Trite.
I thought you were going to care to tell us what this pigeon song is, because I'm curious now.
Yeah, well, if Phoenix is curious, then I would like to hear it as well.
No. Maybe later. According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand while drinking coffee. Oh. So are we going to prove, is he not left-handed? I don't know. While drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
What is this? Kindergarten?
But I would like the court to please take a look at this.
Why, that's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes. And on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips.
Phoenix would notice that.
Alright, calm down, Judge, please. I'm trying to save my client.
Yes, there is a stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. I I guess so.
How?
Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. I'm waiting. This is all I need from today.
No. If it isn't the consequences of my actions.
Oh, Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the winners had better go back to the park where he...
Wait! Hold on, you can't send me back to the Dark Realm. You think I'm gonna stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad? Oh, you're dead wrong, brother. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I knew what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony.
That young brat was holding that cup in his left hand. Oh, yes. No question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. I've paid my taxes for 3,000 years, and I'm not gonna let that go to waste now. It's that dead young hotbot and you spiky-haired yahoo. You are at fault. I am not the one who ruined the economy. Your generation did.
What?
Alright, well, thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already.
Don't call me old man, old man. We've already established that we're both ancient deities around the same age. Been around for 6,800 years, I have. You can't ignore me. That's it, what I've got to say. Don't put me in the retirement home. My family doesn't listen to me anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry, embodiment of lust, but this is starting to sound oddly personal.
Yes, and why? I say that that's reason to hear just a little bit more. I think we could all be a little bit more personable with each other. Wouldn't you agree, Wright?
Stop looking at me. I don't know you. Avoiding eyes.
Mr. Kudo, I can't see your eyes, but why do I get the feeling you're locked onto Phoenix as you drink that cup?
Why, yes, this is my 16th cup of coffee. And so this is your final stand.
Oh, thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Munch.
I mean, I don't feel like it's proving much by saying that he could be left-handed, maybe.
Let me tell you this. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. He kept fiddling with it all the time, you know, like they see in movies when they talk to each other over the wireless. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
Well, we knew the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye.
No, it wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. I assure you it is a power level reader. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers.
When? Tell me when.
Wait, what?
This is when has this? I mean, we've established like that. This game has already established that that's a thing apparently. But like, when is this game trying to tell us that this is a thing that programmers wore? Oh, I'm calling bullshit.
I mean, like a televisual screen.
Yes, well, the inside.
It's fucking Google Glass.
Oh, damn it, I was gonna make that joke in character. You beat me to it.
I know.
I was just
Gabe,
saying,
you got to make the Joe Glass session.
I wanted to say this was technically Google Glass, but he beat me to it. Well, the inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called Google Glass, or for short, HMD. Is that actually? HMD lenses. Oh, head-mounted display. That's what he's referring to. Gotcha. It's like VR. It's called HMG. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. Like how deception is the tool of the uninitiated.
HDD.
It causes nearsightedness, that's what it does.
HD, TV, DVD, CD, STD. All these newfangled letters drive me mad. But they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth.
It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying, I guess.
And those are the facts in good old black and white.
So the victim was wearing an Google Glass, was it?
What does it matter? I can't keep up with what billion-dollar corporation is running the world at every given century.
Billy. It was none of them, actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side?
No question. I can only see the side of his head from where I was sitting.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, you'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. Seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenelg.
He was getting on my nerves, sitting there, young and fidgety, rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And then he went and made all that fuss, dying from one sip of Javachino. Good. You snowflakes are something else, I tell you what. I want to say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my speed dating. I could have choked.
Oh, that would have been a shame. So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy.
I know someone like that.
Why is he looking at me when he says that? The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with?
Oh, you're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses his left hand to get things out of your right pocket. Or fastens your left cuff with your right hand. And when the tour guide says on your right side, you'll see the famous blah-de-blah. You're the only one who looks deliberately to the left, aren't you? Aren't you?
No? I didn't mean...
Well, I know what sound Phoenix is eventually going to jack me off with.
Oh my god.
He used the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in!
Ow, ow, ow. Oh god, and then the pain from Godot's statement, I don't... So if he had the Google Glass on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess?
No, Dan, I'm surprised you didn't even try and refute what Godot was saying. I can only assume that it's gonna be true.
No, at this point, it's just too much. It's just too much to refute at this point. The more I refute, the more it seems to egg him on. I don't know what to do. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kuda.
That's because I knew what I saw, no matter what tricks you try to play on me. I'm not one of those old folks that get scammed over the phone.
Alright. Looks like you really did see the guy picking the cup up with his left hand. This is a dead end.
Well, Nick, what do you think?
I think the guy's telling the truth, which sucks for us. But even so, something's not quite right.
Well, then chuck evidence at him till it breaks!
Yeah, that's the plan. But if he's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? So we have to contradict something that isn't a lie, necessarily?
Mia's still around, huh? Just her corpse just still being evident.
Yep.
She shows up from time to time in our direst moments.
Yep.
Okay, wait, there is something on him, though. Victim, programmer, or...
Oh, his left eardrum was ruptured, so he wouldn't have an earpiece in his left ear, right?
I think so.
I don't remember why he has eardrum ruptured, do you? Or was that just a fact that we learned from the autopsy report?
Autopsy only says he died of poisoning. That is...
Unless the poison can somehow rupture eardrums. I don't know.
I don't remember how we learned it. Let's see. Picked up his left hand. He's saying, what if his left ear was ruptured?
I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but...
Okay. Great start, Felix.
Yep.
I'm gonna share it anyway.
How about I do anyway? Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim.
What? What I think is strange is your observations of that prosecutor.
So you're seeing it too.
It's my husband. You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the Google Glass.
No question. Oh, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself?
No, just one more.
What did you say?
Well, you're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured.
Huh? That can happen.
Yes, it can. You're old enough. You'll probably know what it's like to lose your hearing.
What?
But traces of medication for his condition were right. I do remember that now. For his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear.
Is that true, brother?
I regret to inform you that it is.
Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Doing your dance! I'm doing, fuck, what's the rat dance? You know the one, Phoenix. It's called
Hairy baby.
the Cug Rash, the hairy baby. That's what it is.
You know, I did want to see this dance, and now I'm regretting it. This witness's testimony is completely unreliable, and so is his dance moves.
I think he got a high bar. I think he's dancing pretty well for a man his age.
His moves are weak. He only saw the waitress from behind, too. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot?
I regret to agree that his moves are, in fact, weak. A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man, this is my drop of milk.
Yo, gonna let me a drip. Is that a slur?
This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand, because as we know, Phoenix is very good at picking out marks on rims.
Judge, please, I'm begging you.
Hey, live it back down. I know I'm right. I don't care how much that defense attorney looks at men's rims. That lad drank his Giovacchino with his left hand.
Alright, let me put you out of your misery. You have come to die with your city. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took a sip of the cup, which he held in his right hand, and then he switched it to his left. And that's what the old man saw.
Ambidextrous skills are pretty rare, dude. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
The hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand over the other, Mr. L would break the poisoned coffee. Like this!
Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash, and no one cares how fast you can drink coffee.
Well, I think it goes down quite smoothly.
Great, well, the point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear.
Pretty women.
The testimony given by this witness is useless.
I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. I thought maybe we were on the same level, but he is clearly still beneath me. But did you to be so frank, old friend? Take that, you pompous old fogey! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You cannot touch me from there. I am a day as old as time. You are merely a man, born from the 7 deadly sins that were from the humans themselves. We are not the same. I am ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further, and not each other, for clarification, Mr. Wright.
What? Dude, why?
That is all for now. The court is adjourned. Wait! What if we stop now? Where does that leave me?
In a home.
No! That's exactly what I don't want! Well, I don't quite care where we leave you, Mr. Kudo. Well, thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now!
Okay, so that wasn't what he said. Great. How is your bad memory and analogy my fault?
Everything was better back in my day in the youth, and everything that's wrong now is your generation's fault. You're not inheriting a world that I fucked up. It's all yours. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I just live forever. I cannot go back in time. Except for that one court session when I went back in time. I've kept my mouth shut until now, holding back all the slurs and the things I could call women, but not anymore. I'm gonna say it. I'll say the N-word.
And that's all we've got today.
There's something else the court should know.
Oh God, please tell me he's not about to say the N-word.
He's gonna say the N-word.
Oh my God, Nick, do you think he has a pass?
Trust me, he doesn't.
And to be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. It seems to be taking on quite a life of its own. Back in my day, everyone said it. But I want another chance. I'm gonna crack you, you young shark.
He should choose his next words very carefully.
Pistols at dawn, motherfucker. We'll settle this like men. What do you say, everyone, to one final showdown? Me and Trite. Pistols dueling like the old days. The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. The only way I'll ever go out is by being shot.
Well, I regret to inform you, Gramps, that we cannot allow that in a court of law anymore. As I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. That is the law.
But what have you got to lose? I'll give you all the cappuccino you want if you come to my house after the trial.
What? Wait. No, I read that correctly. Okay.
You did. You did. It's well. Looks like no, you're getting hit on by this old guy.
I think I've made it very clear what I'm currently fighting after.
I may be 68,000 years old, but I am still a man.
I have needs.
Seeing the two of you flirt like this is filling me with a mighty need.
Okay, that's enough. We do not need 3 horny men in this courtroom. 2 is more than enough. I believe it will be quicker for the court just to hear your testimony before you start saying the N-word.
Sam, I hope you're enjoying all this deep lore that Gabe established completely on his own, unprompted, by the way.
Listen, I can read between the
love
lines. Half the things I ad-lib eventually become canon anyway. It's not my fault.
So that's
He's
true.
entirely wrong.
No.
I can pick up on context clues.
Yes.
While I'm listening, I'm working on Mustache Doll, that Passion created. I actually just finished.
Oh.
Mustache.
I'll just post
Feel
that.
free to share, unless it's going to be a surprise for our next session.
Oh, it's not a surprise. Everybody knows this is coming. I'll just upload it in D&D.
Oh, great.
Oh, right. Okay. Now I remember. Very nice.
Hey, love it.
Just to check since you're here. We did switch it to Sunday, right?
Yeah, we're not doing it tomorrow. We're doing it on Sunday.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess something just came up with Courtney. So, but that's fine. Sunday's a good day.
Yeah, it's fine with me. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you know I'm gonna say the N-word, then you better let me keep talking. If everyone just wants to throw all their geezers in an old folks' home like that makes it okay.
Okay, I cannot believe this is happening. We've seen some crazy shit in this courtroom, Nick, but this guy is something else.
Yeah.
Oh, you better get ready, because it's only gonna get worse.
I get the picture. Please just sign your death warrant already. He's got to be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. He's unlocked all the cheat codes.
So that happens when you reach 3,000. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. Just this one time. The young boy slumped over on that table as soon as he took one sip of his Javaccino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the boss. He knocked it right over, as if dying and drinking it, wasting his coffee wasn't bad enough. He had to ruin something else. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turned up things upside down, flipping this entire case on its head.
So we're just gonna disregard that too, huh? Right?
I was waiting to see if he had more to say, but is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. You're doubting me again. You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man. You think that if I get a call saying that my son is in jail, I'm gonna fall for it and have to buy a bunch of gift cards? Well, you're wrong!
No one's saying that, Mr. Kudo. But what?
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick?
Maybe one or two. But specifically, so what? Probably.
Nick, if I was...
He led with saying I could be wrong, but then afterwards was like, I can remember this perfectly. God, that's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. What is my life?
I don't know, Nick. Someone called you and said that I was in jail and you had to give them gift cards. Would you do it? Would you do that for me, Nick?
Would I fall for a scam for you? On the off chance that it was true. I know, it's entirely possible that you would be in jail, knowing your track record, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're a bird brain. That's why that's all you can think of. Taking a scam.
Alright, very well, Mr. Wright, your final Cross-examination, please put all of us out of our misery.
Gladly.
I can't wait for the final showdown part 2.
Electric Boogaloo. So the court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo.
Oh, noisy Brit! I am warning you, I'm more savage than a macho man. I'm Dragon Plague on the wrestler name, goddammit! You won't beat me with this testimony! This is the final battle! Doesn't matter that I'm forgetting things, it's all true!
Oh, he's checking those C's harder than ever. I better be careful about the pain I endure.
Oh, Nick, nail him. Tell him that it's Macho Man Red Savage.
The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo.
I know that! I was just setting the mood, you know. Building the scene, drawing everybody in with my descriptive words. How else am I supposed to build up the suspense? I know what kangaroo court's about.
Oh, good. He follows us on Twitter.
Yes, I do. I know what the twat's about. So now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more? Say some more scene-setting things? No, please continue. As quickly as possible. I need to go to the bathroom 15 minutes ago. Right. Yeah, where was I? Yes. Boy slumped over table. Wasted coffee. And...
A vase, you say?
Back in my day, we called it a vase. But yes, there were vases on all the tables in that place. I tell you what, there are accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over, especially with how popular the clumsy maid archetype has become. Oh, such a bad business model.
Oh, he's right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase.
Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define, you know, since it's a vase?
Did you see it?
Let me ask you this. How can vision be real when our eyes aren't real?
That's so true.
I say at least one member of the jury knows what they're talking about.
Okay, I get it.
I heard it break, and the sight of it is burned into my memory as clear as day. Just like all the women I've ever laid eyes upon. I can tell you the 3 sizes and whether or not their ankles are visible, no problem.
Soaked in water, you mean?
Yes, it splashed me on the knee as well. I'm still waiting for my compensation paycheck.
You said you were sitting at a table across from the room of the, or across the room from the victim, correct? And yet the water still managed to splash on you?
It was cold! I clearly remember it splashing me.
Okay, could the water really make it all the way across to the other side of the
You're
room?
the prosecutor with the pretty hair. Why don't you throw water at this guy, see how far it can go?
Ah, little does he know, Phoenix, that we've already tried that, huh? You gone splashed like at least 3 times. I guess liquid can go
This is
far.
true. Okay, you mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking?
The vase turned upside down, and my testimony's turning this case upside down. But you never had a witness like me on the stand. You know, one that cracks jokes, wanting everyone to laugh and have a good time here in the kangaroo court. I'm very thoughtful like that. What do you think, brother?
So I'm still thinking about splashing things on Phoenix from across the room. But I am impressed by your ability to waste time.
Goodell hasn't raised any objections for a while now. He's just been staring at me the entire time.
I don't know, Phoenix. Something else might be raising over there.
Oh no.
So, you young show-off, with that scrap of information, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. I toss my glove at you. If I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat for the first time in my life.
Yeah, he's really giving you the evil eye, Maya.
It's you he's looking at, Nick, not me. We've already established that I'm not his type. Remember that time when you were trying to use me as an object and it didn't work because I'm too underdeveloped because I'm 12? Remember that, Nick?
Well, you know how to hold a grudge. Alright, anyway.
Yeah, it's like you're saying I triple dog dare you to find a contradiction in this one, youngin'. Except, you know, he's all old and raspy, so it's like, I triple dog dare you to try to find a contradiction in this one, youngin'. Something like that.
Hey, that was a pretty good impression.
Thanks. I've been practicing.
Nice. Well, I guess I'll just have to rise to the challenge then.
Oh, so now you and Godot are both rising. Okay. Alright, what do you got here?
Okay, so he splashed a vase.
Do we have anything about the vase? The vase? The vase?
Don't know. I guess we're just... Oh, it didn't
That sure
knock
doesn't look
over in that
broken.
picture.
Yeah.
Yep.
What day was he in here that he saw this happen? Oh no, because he had to have seen it, because the guy did die. Okay. Young boy slumped over.
Maybe it was some other programmer with Google Glass.
More common than you think. Alright, let's try this.
Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
So what? You think photo evidence means anything?
Oh, it means everything. Look carefully at that table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh? I don't see anything but an intact vase. Oh.
Lost your tongue there, Granddad? You can't keep up with the hip
Of
slaying.
yours, hopscotch. Talk about hip slaying.
Oh. Okay, ow, why?
Alright, that is enough! If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night.
Huh, well, for a second there, I thought I was going to be standing up for you, Phoenix. But he's thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, that's on brand of him.
What?
Oh, I just remembered something else.
Of course he did. Go on.
Oh boy, here comes Final Showdown Part 2.
The broken vase. Pero it was on my table.
Okay.
Phoenix, you want my bat?
Yeah, I do. So I can put myself out of my misery.
Well, you see, it startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. And that must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table.
Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. From the water in the vase, not anything else!
Oh, young man, you don't have to talk about me about wetting yourself. I'm wearing a diaper right now.
I'm pressing X to doubt. The entire courtroom is pressing X to doubt.
Oh, thank you, old friend embodiment of lust. You've certainly earned your kudos for today.
Okay, I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Was my family right, wanting to just throw me away and drive me home, never talk to me again?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, old friend. Wait a minute! If that's the case, there's more! I have more things to say! Please, just someone pay attention to me! Oh, yes! I remember something else! One time... Bailiff! Escort the witness out of the courtroom! Hey, listen to me! No one ever listens to the old folks anymore!
I think it's a little late, but I think is that not what his name is? The pun with his name then? Like Victor and Kudos is like victory, but like and Kudos is in like congratulations or props.
That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't seen really any other comparison. So
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. That never happens. And I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict.
Okay, good news. Sort of.
The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are 2 disparities in the testimony I've heard thus far.
The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
wow, Nick, you did it!
Yay!
I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts and not...
Boo!
Oh, so you admit that you want to investigate something else of the prosecution, huh, Phoenix?
No, I admit I want the police to do their job instead of us.
I like Rob Miller to conservative. CTV was literally a dumbass. He was rooting me the whole day. Like, he was awful. And then he had the
Sam,
audacity
you sound really far away.
to say, like, I was
Is he supposed to be talking to us?
entire debate. I'm like, bro.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
But I'm sure if that was him or if he was on a separate call. I never heard Sam call someone bro before, so
Me, myself?
yeah. Were you talking to us or talking to somebody else? You sounded quiet for a second, but we could hear you.
Did I say bro? Wait,
Maybe.
did I say something? I said no words, I thought.
Oh. Well,
Wait, maybe I said something... What would I have reacted to that I would say bro about? Aside from these bears demanding people throw them food. Maybe that, but let's see. I'll send it, and we'll see what your reactions are.
Okay,
Not-
you sounded far away, and we weren't sure if you were talking to us or to
No,
someone else.
I was right here. I was right here, so I wouldn't have been far away. I would have been whispering, I guess, but I don't remember saying anything.
Oh, this is odd.
I feel like
Sorry, I
this is
didn't even realize you were talking about me.
Oh, no, we just heard you.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I have
bear
no
is
answer for you.
very much waving. That was weird. I don't know. Maybe someone hacked into our call.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, bears.
Alright, there's one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor.
The witness we just heard from, the embodiment of lust, is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it if you wish.
Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. These are the tools of the uninitiated.
Wow, Godot's really mad, huh? He's not even flirting with you on this now.
I know, he had a perfect opportunity to be like, oh, there's flowers on this. I'm giving him flowers. I don't know. Yeah, I would be too, though.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Please be sure to study them enough for all of us.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is a group project, and I expect you to handle it.
When the incident occurred, I broke the bars at my seat. Smee Missouri.
Sumi, I'm sorry. This isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology.
Flashbacks to Pearl breaking the vase. Or the... whatever that thing is, the bowl.
What the heck am I
Yeah.
supposed to do with 3 copies, Nick? There's only 2 of us. Pearlie ain't here no more.
Yeah.
That is all. This court is adjourned. Yeah, what an unproductive day. Even for us.
Yeah, honestly. I cannot believe all we did was interrogate the fucking old guy and he had nothing useful to say.
Typical old person.
Yeah.
Alright. Like, that's probably a good place to call it for this session.
I agree.